Look at my new mugs. What happened? Was I looking for a mug? What made me stop at this ad? Was it the picture, or the description, or the price, the delivery option, or trendy items for my store? Well, the first thing I saw was these two mugs caught my eye, and I thought to myself, wouldn't that be fun? My husband and I could have these matching mugs to drink our coffee out of in the morning. But then when my hand went down here, I saw, oh, look at the cappuccino, and that made me think of all the fun times we've had out having coffee. And then I looked even closer, and the picture reminded me of my grandma. My grandma had enameled cups that were this color, and I still remember her making coffee or tea for me when I would go visit her. So that is a memory that popped right up. So what was in that ad? Well, emotional appeal was in the ad, a feel-good image or message that grabbed me. And first it was the kitchen, decorated similar to the way our kitchen is with the same color scheme. And secondly, it was the close-up showing what was in the mug, and grabbed my emotional appeal. And secondly, the visual impact. The colors are bold, the images are clean, and the layout is really clean too. So it's a simple story, one quick scene that I could relate to. Again, thinking back over grandma. So many good, warm, fuzzy feelings were coming out of me looking at that ad that I decided to order them. What does that mean? That means that ad worked. What made that ad work? Well, let's use that same magic in store. Emotion, it felt right. Fun, cozy, smart, cool. That's what hooked me. It had visual impact. It looked great. It was clean, bold, and on trend. And a mini story. It made sense, a lifestyle or a problem solved. How to use it in store? Emotion, recreate the mood with the props, colors, and themes. Visual impact, match the look, the neat layout, the lighting, or the contrast. And mini story meant I could group the products to tell the same story with the props that brought it into more of a lifestyle image. So what made the ad work? Let's use that same magic in store. And that magic is emotion, visual impact, and a mini story. So what hooks your customers online? Give them more in your store. This is visual merchandising, and this is why it works. So by giving them more in store is they get more when they come in than they saw on the ad. We recreate the mood with the props, the colors, and the themes. We match the look, neat layout, lighting, and contrast. And we have a mini story. We group the products to tell a better story in 3D. And you can see that when they come in the store, they're going to see all the beautiful sparkle and all the other items that go with it. And they can actually try the fragrance too. They can use the tester and to sample it to see what it smells like. That doesn't happen on the ad, but the ad worked to get the person in the store so they could go in there and test it. So give them more in store. For example, if you're a dress shop owner and you've ordered this dress, here's what you do with it in store. There's way more to see in the store. All the other things you could wear with it, all different accessories, the straw hats, to send a summer in the heat story. Or this item, again, a summer beach story in your front windows of your store, featuring this item here, but coordinating it with all these other items to tell a story. There's much more to see, and you're much more interested in it. So did the ad work? The ad worked for you as a retailer, but the ad will work for someone else who will come to your store to look for that item because they can try it on there. So how to make your products more attractive on your digital media? First, feature product reviews. Product reviews are one of the most effective ways to increase trust with potential customers. Offer limited specials. And you know, I always say, don't discount display. So I'm not talking about deep discounts to get people in and then advertising that. I'm saying offer limited specials, limited time, limited quantity, limited amount, those kind of things. And showcase your product videos. We're talking more about that as we go through this video. Use high quality photos. We're going to talk about that too. And keep your website up to date. So don't depend on digital images alone for your VMP. Why this matters for retailers. Online isn't enough. Static or video still can't fully replace the in-store magic, but each level supports the next. A great in-store display feeds your video feeds your photo ads. So don't judge your display by its photo alone. What matters is that it works in real life and translates well into digital with a few small tweaks. That is the sweet spot. So the ready-to-shoot checklist is yours. The ready-to-shoot checklist helps you plan how to use one feature display for all 3 formats with minimal extra effort. 6 steps to prep your feature displays into camera-ready content in minutes. 9 ways shoppers experience your product online and in-store. And 5 main mistakes and fixes to save time and get great results. You will find these at todaysdisplays.com. Just go to our retail resources page. So take your cues from ads. This is another reason ads work. So did the ad work? Yes. Sometimes the ad works because you can see something, get an idea or inspiration from it. Again, recreate the mood with props, colors, and themes. And the visual impact, match the look, neat layout, lighting, and contrast. And a mini story, group the products to tell a better story in 3D. You can see here that the camera is looking down on the table the way a customer would if they were walking by it. So you want to pay attention to the view, to the eye level, to whether you're going to be above, below, or straight on. Now in e-com and catalogs, usually it's straight on. They have a set where they put the item there and then they take the picture of it. And that's very typical also with a white background. So at that point, all you're really seeing is the product itself. The odd time you will see mostly in stores, places like Etsy and where a lot of arts and crafts are sold, you will see more of the props put in it or the atmosphere or the staging that they've done for their product. You'll see more of that there. But when you're in store, you want to cross-merchandise as much as possible so that when people come in, what they saw in the ad is what they see in the store. Now, visual appeal. The question is, what makes an effective display, ad, or an image? Firstly, a simple color palette. And also one that an image that or a feature display that is organized in the composition, meaning the way things are arranged and lined out. Keep in mind that you have to do everything through the eye of the camera because people move back and forth and have peripheral vision, which a camera doesn't have. And so you were going to look down and you're going to move things. Sometimes it seems strange where the item is based on how the person standing there sees it, but it isn't based on how the image that you captured at that moment is. And then, of course, the content and the information. In this case, I'm showing an image that doesn't have any text related on it or to it, but that's okay. And then no more than 3 colors, no more than 3 patterns, and no more than 3 styles. So use ads for ideas and inspiration. Best way for shoppers to know your brand, shop in a real store with online presence. What you see is what you get. It's all staging a show for you, the shopper, or for your shoppers. Stores and digital media with good VMP will educate, motivate, inspire, and entertain for a great shopping experience. I want to give you a little story about the best sale during the lockdowns. We had, meaning my sister and I had suncatcher pendants, which were little blingy things that we designed to go on glass or on screen. And we had them displayed in a little store where we were renting a little space from the store, and then they would do the selling for us. So during the lockdown, the store was locked. Nobody could go in there. But they phoned and said, we have some group of people that have saved some money, and they want to really do what they can for seniors who can't get out. They want to do something special for them. So they called our store because no one's coming in right now, and they asked if we had anything that would work, and they needed about 50 of them. They had a price point, and she picked up her camera and she did a video. Actually, she did a FaceTime with them, and she showed them various things, including ours. So they took an interest in it, and so she called me and asked me if we could supply that many and how long it would take, and then if we could reach their price point. So what I did is I took a picture of one of our sun catcher pennants so they could see how big they are, and they could see the average 3.5 inches long from where you hang it. And then we also said that we would put them in individual little bags, and we would then send them in a box, and we would deliver it to the store, and then they could come by and pick it up. Well, I want to tell you that was the most amazing sale. I think it was close to $1,400, and it really was a gift and really was a bonus considering that everything was closed. But why did it work? It worked because we had a display in the store already, a featured display that was photographable. And we then had a store owner who had a camera who could do the FaceTiming, so then it becomes digital in that sense. And so she's creating a little ad out of it to show the person. Then she's contacting us. I'm taking images, pictures of them, which is also a form of digitizing a tangible item so that I can share that with her. She can share that back with the customer. And we got the sale and everybody was happy. So that's why I want to share how these things work. So make your store more than online shopping. Learn how and learn now. I want to offer you my downloadable PDF for free of my book. It's about 38 pages with lots of illustrations and ideas. And really, it's called The Organized Retailer. And it's how Velda used 4 merchandising keys to boost sales 70% and sell her business. These are the things that she said. She said she had more productive staff. Every item had a place, reducing wasted steps and maximizing efficiency. She said her supplies were organized, saving time, preventing over-purchasing, and improving workflow. She said that the engaging displays allowed her customers to browse longer, found add-ons more easily, and spent more. Now, when we do feature displays and we're cross-merchandising, you're always going to have people buying more because they see things that look good together and that work together. And sometimes when they can't choose between one or the other, they will pick up both. The last thing, streamlined customer service. A lot of people don't think that merchandising is part of the customer service, but where I come from, it's very important. The visual merchandising aspect of the service counter and how that all operates really does affect faster checkouts and strategic merchandising to ensure seasonal sellout. So you're always going to see me, my bottom line, don't discount display. And you can find this book and pick it up at todaysdisplays.com, where we have that and other resources. But I will leave the link wherever I can, even though it may not be clickable. Feel free to explore our website, todaysdisplays.com, for a whole bunch of free stuff and other things that are available for you as a retail resource center. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.